guys, it's me, Halloween Dan, doing a really quick video today talking about animatronics. I started the year off completely certain that I was not going to buy any more animatronics. At least I thought I was. I was not going to buy more animatronics. I did not want to spend any more money. I wanted to focus this year. I wanted to focus upon the aesthetic of my horn and really be able to spend some money on how it looked and how it felt and the sort of other elements I would then put into the horn apart from animatronics. So I'd kind of steered my brain firmly away from animatronics. But then like 2 weeks after I'd said that and thought that, new animatronics started to be released. Little sneak peeks of things coming to the UK that hadn't come to the UK before. And immediately I started to think about new animatronics. So I've gone, in a space of months, I've gone from, no, I'm not having animatronics, to maybe one wouldn't hurt. And then, well, if they're not too expensive, I suppose I could have like two. Yeah, so that's kind of where my brain's at. So I just thought today I'd do a really quick video just to kind of list my top, it's actually 8, I couldn't get 10, my top 8 animatronics that I've seen so far. I'm hoping for more, but this is just what I've seen so far, what also should be coming to the UK, and also what if I had to have my, if I really had to have my hand tied behind my back about buying a new animatronic, what it would be, what I'd be focusing my attention on. And I suppose also some of these are kind of like my dream animatronics in a strange kind of way. Before we get into my list of top animatronics, if you could just hit that like and subscribe button, that would be massively helpful for me and this channel, because I would love to see it grow and I want to build up a lovely little Halloween community. So let's have a little look. So getting straight into it, the first animatronic that I'm on the fence about but would be interested in was one I did a reaction to only a few weeks ago, which is the techie 7-foot animated witch. Now, at the time when I reviewed this and looked at this video that they released, this like 29-second video, I liked her aesthetically. I liked the way she looked. Some of the things she said I'd heard before, but that's witch props for you. And I do have a soft spot for witch props. The downside, I said to her, was that her costume was a little bit basic. I wasn't so sure about it. But I did quite like the creepy look of her. I liked the white eyes. I liked the pumpkin she was holding with the flicker flame effect in it. So there were elements of her that I really, really liked and elements that I wasn't so certain about. So for that reason, she is number 8 on my list, right at the bottom of things I've seen so far. Coming in at number 7 is the 10-foot Towering Reaper, which I saw last year. It's a Morris Costumes prop, this. Last year, I really, really liked this prop. I think at the time I said he was a little bit static, but I did like some of the things he said. I liked the glowing green light in his chest, and I love Reapers as well. Anything that claims to be a Reaper is always kind of cool in my books. And the fact that he's 10 foot tall as well, big plus for me. It's just that the few sites I've seen him on so far, he is quite expensive. He's over £400. So that's why he's at the bottom half of my list, really, more to do with the price. I'm not so sure I'd be willing to spend that much money on him, but this is my dream list. These are my favourites I've seen so far. The next prop I like is one I've only really seen recently, which is the Lunging Reaper. So we're talking about another Reaper. This guy's much smaller. I think he's 6 foot, and he lunges forward a bit like the Lunging Witch that we've seen before. I think he did come to the UK before, I think through Costco, maybe once or twice before, and I'm kind of secretly hoping he might come to Costco again this year, but Costco haven't released what they're bringing to the UK yet. So I don't know, but he is available on a few other sites too, so he's up there for me. I do quite like him. He's quite simple, but I've not got a prop that kind of moves or lunges forward, so he'd be something quite different for my horn. The next one is a UK exclusive. Well, it's an exclusive to one particular firm, which is a firm that I've only recently been introduced to, HalloweenCostumes.co.uk. They have an exclusive prop named the Looming Phantom. Now, I've not seen what this guy does. It might be a very simple movement. I don't even know whether he says anything because they haven't released any more information than just a picture and a very slight bit of detail about him. But from the picture alone, he looks really cool. This green glowing skull under a hood. Again, it's the Reaper Phantom thing. I've got a thing for it. He's holding a lantern, which means he's really cool. I really like those kinds of things in a prop. And yeah, when I saw him, I was just like, that's right up my street. And he's not too expensive. So yeah, that's a very real possibility, that guy. In at number 4, we have the Servo Witch, which I saw in the Morris Costumes videos that Mad About Horror released a few months back, and I did a little review of. I really liked that witch because I've got a thing for witches, but she was a creepy witch. She had bones around her neck and she just kind of looked kind of haggard and stuff. And because she's obviously got that servo motor, she had a little bit more movement to her. So I kind of really liked her. And I always toy with the idea of introducing another witch prop to my display. I've already got the Costco Stirring Witch, and she's very loud and people do like her and she's a bit more family friendly. But I would kind of like to introduce a slightly creepier witch to the batch. But I wouldn't want to take away from my Costco Witch. Maybe I'd even bring my Costco Witch inside for a season and let her have centre stage for a year. I don't know, but that's a possibility. I did really like that witch, her creepiness and the sort of extra bit of movement she had with that servo motor. In at number 3 is another witch. This time, the Soothsayer Witch, which again, I think she's come to the UK before through Costco possibly, but I've never seen her on any sites or anything. So, but then again, I'm not like an expert in this field. I just saw her and thought she was really cool, like the sort of mystical aspect of her, talking into a crystal ball. Just kind of thought she was a really cool looking witch. Again, same sort of scenario. I might possibly put her into the main haunt, and bring my Costco witch inside for a season and give her a bit of a break maybe. But I don't know, I'm still not certain a witch prop is for me yet. In at number 2 is a real sort of dream animatronic for me. Dream because he is so expensive and I don't think my wife would let me spend this sort of money on an animatronic. But a dream because ever since I first laid eyes upon this particular animatronic, I was fully blown away. And that is Jack Stalker. Jack Stalker is enormous and immense. He just looks so different from most props. He's based again upon like a Reaper kind of a prop, hunched over, kind of covered in a kind of a cloak, but ripped and torn, tattered kind of cloak. Kind of really creepy, massive, kind of big skeleton guy. But then he's also got the added addition of this pumpkin that lights up and talks alongside him, and they kind of have like a little back and forth conversation with one another. So when I saw that, I was completely blown away by it and was like, yes, I would love that to come to the UK. And this year, he has. He is coming to the UK. He's on a few different sites, but the cheapest I've seen him so far, I think, is about £480. And I just don't think I can justify spending that sort of money on one prop, even as much as I would love to. I've got so many other things I want to do this year. I just don't think I could justify spending that sort of money on him. In at number 1, the main contender this year, for me, as far as I'm concerned, is the Morris Costumes Graveyard Host. I saw that guy and was just blown away by him. Now, some people have said then that he's not their thing, and that is fine. This, like I said, is my list of animatronics that I've seen so far this year, and the ones that I realistically could get my hands on, not the American ones that probably won't come to the UK for a good couple of years yet. Last year, some of you may have seen that I was trying to get my hands on the Gravedigger prop. Unsuccessfully, I didn't manage to get my hands on him because I really thought he was cool and I thought he'd go really well into my graveyard haunt. But because of shipping and one thing and another, I didn't manage to get hold of him in time for Halloween, so I had to cancel my order. Now, I had sort of half intended that maybe I'd go for the Graveyard Digger this year. But then when I saw the Graveyard Host, released this year. He ticked so many boxes for me. Tall was the first thing. I think he's over 8 foot tall. Kind of really creepy skeletalized face. Much creepier looking than the Gravedigger prop. Holding a lantern. I don't know why that's an important feature for me, but I just really like it. Said some really cool lines. I only heard a couple of things, and I'm really interested to hear what else he has to say. But I just thought, impressively tall, goes with my horn, talking about graveyards and stuff, holding a lantern. This is a prop for me. And on the few UK sites I've seen him on, he's sort of averagely priced. He's still expensive, but he's just at the sort of point where I'm like, yeah, I can justify that. So I don't want to say anything. I don't want to preempt. He may not ever come home with me, but I would really like him to. And so far, of everything I've seen and everything I've seen coming to the UK, he's definitely my favourite animatronic. So, fingers crossed. We have, of course, yet to see what Costco are going to bring out into the UK this year. And Costco always brings out great, high-quality animatronics. So I'm really interested to see what new things they bring to the table this year or bring back. I'm also interested in some of their classics, what other things they bring back in. They're always just really good props and animatronics that Costco UK choose to keep. So yeah, I'm really interested to see, because what they bring out could completely alter this list. You just never know. But for now, right as we speak, which it's now nearly the end of May, that's my top 8 animatronics. These are the ones that I've got my eyes on. These are the ones I'm really interested in. I've yet to see a few more details. I'm interested to hear a bit more of what they have to say and do, but that's where I'm at so far. If you guys agree with me on any of them, please comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these animatronics. And if you've got your eyes or heart set on any other animatronics in particular, I'd love to just hear what you guys think and where you're at on your Halloween planning. Are you way ahead of the game? Have you already ordered things and bought things and making things? Or are you like me, who's kind of sort of sitting, waiting to see what else comes out, and you're not really going to start doing anything for a few weeks yet? Anyway, guys, thanks once again for watching, and keep it spooky. Bye.